G'day rail fans and simulation lovers around the world, and welcome to Australia Worldwide Gaming, Australia's premier simulation YouTube channel, and this is Train Sim World News. G'day, how's it going, rail fans and simulation lovers, and thank you very much for joining me. My name is the Aussie Don, and I am your Train Sim World experienced driver, and welcome aboard to our Train Sim World News. This is the roadmap for October 2022, and we've got all the details for you here live for the first time here in Australia Worldwide Gaming. We're doing it live. We don't normally do it live. We usually do an uploaded video for all the Train Sim World News, but we're going to be doing it live for you here as we want to get this information out as quick as possible. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it out quicker, but I was in the middle of a live stream for Train Sim World, actually, when the news broke the hand. So, yeah, I quickly got all the information I could get provided for you for this stream. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We have an amazing list of stuff. We've got two new UK routes, one from Ribbit Games, one from Dovetail themselves. And it's looking quite interesting. The new US Loco and a new German route has been added to the roadmap. Now let's get into it. Enough said. Let's see what is getting all provided in the October 2022 roadmap. And I'll get my good gentleman here, the Mr. Microsoft David, to give you all the details right here, right now.
A quick summary for those who don't want to go through the whole article. There are more details on all these points within the roadmap. 4 new entries into the roadmap. New UK route. New US locomotive. New route. New UK route, developed by Rivet Games. Work continues on Train Sim World 3 improvements, including Add-Ons Manager, Save Game, and more. The preservation crew will become the Special Projects team, with a new and improved focus. The much-anticipated HST on Livery Designer update is coming. Alan Thompson Simulations joins the TSW Partner Program setup. The roadmap. Happy nearly 1-month birthday to Train Sim World 3. We're still in the throes of post-launch improvements, the first of which came last week. You can check it out using this link, and included re-implementing the save game toggle, more on that below, and we wanted to start by once again thanking everyone for their ongoing feedback for the new game. We've been delighted to see how many people have been helping each other out, and providing positive, constructive feedback our way. We're capturing as much as we can to improve, fix, and enhance your experience.
How about fixing the shit that was fucking in Train Sim World 2?
Stuff.
You know, like the hardware line.
We've added new stuff to the roadmap. Whilst we'll be revealing the details in due course, you can use the ID codes provided in the roadmap listing to get an idea of what we might be planning. But, to summarize.
We're just going to pause there for a second. Now, I'd like to address something there. They're talking about improvements and stuff. Well, how about improving the stuff that was originally, you know, an issue like the Harlem line with the banking up trains and the red the red signals that are happening on Harlem line and other lines, and the crashing the desktop when you do all-stop service from North White Plains to Grand Central. And how about the same with the out of the middle of nowhere when you're rolling down on the Spirit of Steam, and all of a sudden it just says failed because you've gone through a signal when you're not even near a bloody signal, and it's not even red in front. So, yeah, there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed. Red signals have been a major issue for quite a while. There's a couple of German ones there as well, the freight German ones that have had issues. And then I've explained to you guys that over the last 24 hours on the forums, I have put a post up there with me, I am the Aussie Don, hashtag 1059 or whatever I am. Anyway, I've put a thing up on there regarding the issue that happened on the 182 Dispolic, and it was on my live stream from last night's Midweek World of Trains. If you go right to the end of the video of the live stream around the 3 hour mark, you'll see clearly what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's continue with the roadmap.
New UK route. New US locomotive. New route. New UK route, developed by Rivet Games. As usual, we're not providing timelines for any of these at this point, and will be providing more information when the features and content are locked in. In this month's roadmap, we'll also be providing you with some more information on longer-term TSW3 improvements, including save game, accessibility, adaptation, performance, and more, a new section in which we'll be covering our third-party developer updates, some exciting HST-related livery designer news, and more on the preservation crew's new role in this brave new world of TSW3. Shall we get to it, then? Train Sim World 3. What's next? We've grabbed an update for you on lots of different Train Sim World 3 improvements. Here's a quick summary of what you need to know. Loco add-on bundle. We launched the RHTT, DBBR 182 Dispoloc, and Santa Fe F7 on Tuesday, and we'll be monitoring your discussions around them.
Wednesday, our time.
One of the immediate things you mentioned was the size of the spray on the RHTT wagon. We have an update currently in testing that makes the spray significantly larger, even at high speeds, as you can see in the images below. This will come in a future update. Asterisk increased spray for the RHTT. The plan is that these locos, where relevant, will layer into future content. Asterisk. Save game update. As previously mentioned, last week we added in a save game toggle in the settings menu, allowing you to enable the same save game experience you experienced within Train Sim World 2. A quick reminder that if you experience any issues whilst using it, to report them on this thread, https://forums.dovetailgames.com/thread/report-a-save-issue.59567/#sign post-5491711 so we can investigate. But we know we can improve it, so, a first batch of improvements are in testing, and plan to be released in the next game update, all being well. These won't solve every issue, but should address a number of core issues we've been able to identify, so we're expecting a marked improvement. Also with that update, based on your initial feedback, we'll be adding the save button to the footer of the pause menu, making it a lot easier to use. We'll continue to investigate individual issues, but progress is being made, and we look forward to bringing you it in an update soon. Add-Ons Manager. Work is underway to port the Add-Ons Manager to Train Sim World 3, after releasing it in Train Sim World 2 in September. We've had good feedback so far, and are ironing out any teething issues players have been experiencing so far in TSW2 and incorporating them into the TSW3 version. When we're happy, it'll go into a build for release. UI/settings/toggles. We've seen so many great responses to the new Train Sim World 3 UI and player experience, and we want to keep improving it. As well as the game save toggle and mouse sensitivity sliders, the latter of which we can confirm will be operational with the next game update. We've also added in a toggle for removing tutorials in quick play, based on your feedback. But we're not going to stop there. We continue to make bug fixes and improvements to the UI for each update going out. Here are some of the areas we're looking at improving in future patches. This list is by no means exhaustive. Route names for similar locos will be added to train select menus and livery designer screens, based on player feedback, as below. The new UI with the routes for each loco included. Changed icons for go via and stop, to make them more intuitive. The new icons for go via and stop. Added the pause menu button prompts back so you can save from any pause menu tab. Completing training modules, scenarios, and services now will show them as complete in their journey mode too. An issue where the 2D map widget in the menus used inverted controls, I.E pressing up would pan you down, will be fixed. An issue where the segment duration times were disappearing when selecting an item in a journey mode menu will be fixed. And slightly further down the line, saving your sort by settings, so when you return, the game is already sorted to what you previously set it to. Upgrading the search bar functionality so special characters are returned when the N keyboard equivalent is used. Adding an option from the Where Next screen to return back to the Training Center loco list if the player has just completed something via Training Center menus. And a final note, we've seen your feedback on the grayed out color when an item is selected in the menu screens. This, as well as a slightly different issue whereby two options are presented and it's not clear which is the selected one, are being investigated by the UI team, but falls into the further down the line category of improvements, as there are a lot of UI components to consider when making a change like this, and we want to ensure the team have the time to recommend the right improvements and agree with the wider team the next steps. Keep sending us through your suggestions. Performance improvements. Performance is another area we'll be looking to target on an ongoing basis. Investigations are continuing. Member of the team has been dedicated to performance analysis and where it can be improved for all platforms. You'll see these trickle through in future updates, starting with TSW3 core routes. As part of our new testing process, we are now in a position to bring in auto testing, which, among a whole host of other benefits, should allow us to identify at a basic level where performance may drop in a route for any platform, in turn allowing us to identify potential issues well ahead of releases. We'll speak about auto testing within the stream tonight, and go into much more detail in future, but it's an exciting development we'll be looking to use as part of our QA and development process in future. As a reminder, we also expect Add-Ons Manager to offer a slight memory usage improvement, reducing the chance of out-of-memory errors when released for all platforms. Shadow/draw distance. One of the major pieces of feedback we've had from players since early access are around shadows and draw distance. First up, it's important to note that performance and these features are inextricably linked, so an improvement to one will likely compromise the other. We feel like the balance at the moment is good, but there will always be opportunities to improve and tweak as performance improves. We're currently investigating in the shorter term trees from a distance not having shadowing, but the bigger ambitions in this space would be around customization of draw distance, and shadows on rails. It should be mentioned that, at present, no active work is happening on the latter two, and these are yet to be investigated. Accessibility. We are continuously working on making TSW3 more inclusive by implementing additional accessibility options. If you would like to request an accessibility option or particularly struggle with any features of the UI, menu screens, and inputs and outputs, then please let us know on this forum link. We're exploring the option to customize the eye adaptation feature for those who are light sensitive, and this is planned after the investigation we're undergoing on game performance. This would likely take the form of mediating the brightest brights and darkest darks, and possibly the speed of the transition. Achievements. We are investigating the impact of profile transfer on achievements within TSW3. It is, however, intended that distance traveled achievements will automatically complete upon transfer, whilst completion of tutorials and journeys would not. A general workaround is that you can complete any non-unlocked achievements that are showing as complete on a new profile. As well as the Class 465 Introduction achievement not unlocking, fixed with last week's update. We are aware of 4 additional achievements from TSW2 which are either not completable or unlocking. The team are investigating. It is worth noting that with a fix, it's unlikely we can backport existing progress, so it would require completion from when the fix has been implemented. As with everything mentioned prior, if you are experiencing issues, please let us know on this thread link. Derailing/buffer issue. A previous update to reports of Spirit of Steam derailments has seemingly caused some other issues within the game that we'd like to get to the bottom of and fix. An issue whereby braking sharply in some circumstances caused derailing is already being investigated, with unexpected and AI derailments next on the list, At this stage we're not sure whether buffer clanging is related, but here's where you can help. It's super helpful for us as we start to review individual instances, and what might be causing this, for your input. If you've experienced one, please head to this thread link and let us know, using the prompt we've mentioned in the thread title post to provide us with as much information as you can. Preservation Crew / Special Projects Team Update.
Now, before we continue, the thread link is actually at the Dovetail forums, folks, because this is actually, the information I'm giving you now is actually from the forum, so do note that this is the full roadmap for October 2022 that we are providing, because we like to provide as much information as possible for all Train Sim World news here at Australia Worldwide Gaming, as we are a dedicated channel to Train Sim World.
In August's roadmap, we talked about providing you with more information on what the next steps for the preservation crew would be. Not only will they be changing their remit, but they've also got a swanky new name, too. Here's an introduction to the Special Projects team. The preservation crew have provided some great content for you all, over the past couple of years, with 45 major updates covering 36 add-ons, including the new TSW3 Training Center, and we felt it was time to use their talents in a slightly different way. So, rather than spending a large amount of time on a wider series of upgrades, new features and bug fixes, which necessarily means only a small number of routes can be covered over a longer period of time, the Special Projects team will be lasering in on bugs specifically. Their remit is now to go through existing content as fast as possible and get all those long-standing issues resolved. We know everyone's been enjoying the fantastic upgrades to routes the team have delivered in the past, but we feel it's more important to resolve problems first. As well as this, they'll continue to work on developing the training center, and supporting our third-party partner program to ensure the quality and direction of the content you see is to the level you expect. The name Special Projects fits this nicely, as the team are set up to support a diverse set of projects beyond the scope of a regular add-on, such as the Training Center, recently introduced to TSW3. Here's a quick rundown of the team. Adam L., Senior Producer, Gameplay User Interface Design. Adam R., Environment Artist, Environment Technical Art. Martin, Technical Designer, Systems Audio Setup. Ryan, Assistant, Partner Support Gameplay Implementation. Vincent, Artist, Vehicle Environment Art. And at a glance, here is what the team will be responsible for. Expansion of Training Center, adding new tutorials, and developing the physical playable space. Maintenance of the back catalog, jumping on improvements on released content quickly, addressing longer-term issues on a route-by-route or loco-by-loco basis. Supporting our partner developers, more on that below. Among some of the activities of the past month, we continue to work on resolving outstanding bugs with the Peninsula Corridor and Oakville subdivision timetables, as well as other reported issues found since the release of TSW3. We're looking forward to the team's next evolution, and we hope it will provide a really tangible benefit for all players. Adam will be joining us on the stream tonight to talk about this and more.
And that'll be the Dovetail stream that'll be happening, ladies and gentlemen, as they provide a bunch of dribbling shit for 2 hours.
Livery Designer on HST, TSW2/TSW3. We know there has been a clamor to introduce Livery Designer compatibility to Great Western Express HST. Well, we have good news. The Special Projects team have been working hard to enable Livery Designer support for the Class 43 high-speed train from Great Western Express. While this project is well advanced, it is not yet finished. Currently the train is having test liveries applied, both real and fictional, to review applications and ensure at least to a good degree that what we think players will want to do is achievable. Screenshots from Adam's folder of bits and bobs. Provided here are screenshots from one such test livery. It does feature some errors that will need to be resolved before release, but we're really excited to see the availability of this train in the Livery Designer, and we hope you are, too. We're really excited to welcome a new partner to the TSW environment, Thompson Simulation. They already have an extensive catalog of high-quality Train Simulator classic releases, so we look forward to what they will bring to the Train Sim World franchise. Here's a little blurb from them. Thompson Simulation is a team of rail enthusiasts who have found great enjoyment in exploring their passions, producing headline projects for Train Simulator Classic, focusing mainly on the West and East Coast main lines, Chat Moss and Fen lines. We have built up a strong community of like-minded rail and train enthusiasts and operate one of the largest third-party DLC sites and social media groups for TS Classic. Asterisk, we have strong relationships and a good history of working with the United Kingdom rail industry, and following on from the development of Train Sim World 3, we are excited to be bringing some of this expertise and experience to a range of new products which we are confident will push the boundaries of what's possible. We are also working with yet another partner who will bring a new country to the TSW lineup. More on them in the future. Asterisk. Details of all partner developments will be announced and discussed in due course. We are working with Skyhook Games on upgrading the DBBR 187 audio, and it is now on our roadmap for the Preservation Crew/Special Projects team.
Now that was massive. Oh, that was massive. A brand new country. Wow. Yes, at long last. Hallelujah. Whoa. Thompson. I'm trying to think of their history of their countries. I'm not too sure, actually. I'll have to double check on that one. I think it wouldn't be Austria, because Austria is with another one. Yeah, that's quite interesting. That is quite interesting. All right, let's continue the roadmap. That's a biggie.
New Journeys expansion. Thanks for your patience as we've been building new store pages and uncoupling the content from their TSW2 roots. Our plan is for the add-ons to be available individually, and as a bundle, before the next roadmap. If you already own the bundle in TSW2, you will of course be entitled to it in TSW3. TSW2 content. We recently released the Add-Ons Manager for Train Sim World 2 console players, and delivering the current list of Preservation Crew/Special Projects improvements to TSW2 players is still something we're working on. When content is released, information about its contents will be available on our announcement forums. These are forthcoming add-ons that are being developed by Dovetail Games. Where details are still being finalized for a release, we are including the ID code for it when possible.
Okay, so this is
will
the
give
official
you a good
roadmap
idea of
details
what to
coming up.
expect. For Train Sim World 3, we've amended these product codes. To see what these ID codes mean, you can refer to this post. Asterisk TSW3, New Journeys 1. 2.GCCL502, Silver 1972 Stock 2. 2.NDDL501, CSXSD43. 2.DBBL703, S-Ban BR423 asterisk TSW3, 3.GBBR702 UK route asterisk TSW3, 3.DBBR603 de route asterisk TSW3, 3.NBBL701 US loco.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause that now, and I'm going to just run it through. So the New Journeys pack is the first one. The second one was the UK route, and the UK route is pointing towards a mainland route for EMUs and all different types of trains. So it's looking more. It could be East Coast mainline, West Coast mainline, looking likely. DE route is the German route, and the German route is looking like it could be set around between 1990 and 2010, I think it was. So, or 2002, something like that. So it's an older route, so it could have older versions of German stuff, maybe ICE 2, maybe around there, I don't know. So that'll be quite interesting. And the US logo is pointing more towards, I highly hope it is the M8, and it's for the Harlem line, and it will go to New Rochelle. So hopefully that is the extension. New Rochelle and yep, M8. So hopefully that will be the case there. Now, forthcoming releases that are being done outside of Dovetail Games. The UK route developed by River Games is GBBR703. And the DBBR420 electrical multiple unit, the EMU, for the Hamstrocker Muchenosberg, and that's developed by Train Sim Germany, and that is the DBB/L5/01. Core features are larger products that will affect players in several different platforms. So there is the Add-Ons Manager for Train Sim World 3 to be released. The same game improvements, red light and dispatch improvements across multiple routes. First starting with the rush hour routes and the Harlem line, and the performance optimization for Train Sim World 3. And projects that players will notice but don't fall into one of the other categories is rush hour passengers for the London commuter, for both TSW and Train Sim World 3, and for both Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3 is the Spirit of Steam manual fireman functionality. Alright, so we have, I really can't say the rest of it because, yeah, it's just not worth doing there. So yeah. Alright, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The roadmap for 2022's October. It's been an absolute honor and privilege bringing you the roadmap. A lot of details there provided by my Microsoft David. So thank you very much, Mr. David Douchebag, for that. Appreciate it. And so there you go. Four new add-ons. UK route. Two UK routes, a German route, a US logo, and Alan Thompson are finally in Train Sim World. Yes! That is awesome. Great news there. And there is a new country coming. Wow, yes. In 2023, by the way. So join us then when we do that one as well. We'll do the launch definitely for that one. That'll be awesome. I can't wait for Alan Thompson's release. That's going to be really good. So knowing Alan Thompson's history, yes, it will be damn good. So thank you very much for watching. I am the Aussie Don, and join us again sometime soon. I'm now on holidays, folks. I'm going on another holiday. I'll be back Sunday or Monday. So go and watch our classic gameplay. If you didn't watch our live streams earlier today for Train Sim World, then go and check them out now. We have a couple scenarios we've done, and there was a timetable service from hell on the F7 Santa Fe, which was almost 2 hours long. Jesus Christ, that was like real bad. But anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you on next time around. Hooroo! This was Train Sim World News.